Hey gang, Ronan here. As you can see in this game, I'm playing the Tier 8 United States battleship Kansas, which I, I think I mentioned in another video. It's starting to grow on me. Initially, the long reloads and very slow speed just didn't work for me at all, but I feel like I'm starting to get a handle on it at this point. I'm certainly no superstar really playing anything in this game, but I can hold my own, I guess, in this thing now. Generally speaking, I like to set up in a position where I can get guns on as much of the map as possible. You can see the range on this thing is 22.7 kilometers. You can see it on the mini-map there. Which means if I post up more or less centrally, not too close to the caps, but closer, I can get guns on pretty much everything, as far as the cap circles are concerned. CV on either team, both teams with Alexi. Torpedo threats, well, Henri, Amalfi, Megami. Henri, that's got torpedoes, right? I don't have that ship yet, so I'm not 100% sure. Megami certainly does, if it gets close enough, but if it gets that close, unless things have gone very badly. If Megami gets close enough to use its torpedoes, in most cases, it's probably about to be sunk. Harugamo and Benson, both with fairly long-range torpedoes that could be a real bother if there's no spotting. Kansas being very slow. So the trick with Kansas as far as torpedo avoidance is, at least to my mind, having some idea where the destroyers are at and just angling your ship to minimize the possibility of one of them being able to land a torpedo on your hull. So I see we've got a Thunderer there that's not exactly broadside, but close. Now when I put up the spotter plane, you can see the range goes up to 27.2 kilometers, and I think that's the reason for the terrible pixelation. It doesn't look that way in game, but in the replays it certainly does. 2 non-pens, that's disappointing to say the least. But I have seen that a lot in the Kansas. At long range, if I don't land right on the decks, very often it does no damage. Now, Amalfi is a pretty wiggly ship, but if he sails in a straight line, I might catch him. And I did. That certainly hurt. And I imagine he's probably going to fall back a little bit now. That pixelization is something. Makes me feel like I'm playing a 90s video game.
Returning to ship.
Not a whole lot of damage there, but a little chip damage on the Petro. Our North Carolina is just getting HE spammed. You can see our Hollande has got torpedoes out. And the enemy CV is working this side, chasing after the Zhao. Petro's on the move. Is he going to keep the same line? If he does, that might hurt a little bit. We'll see. Yeah. That's pretty disappointing. Well, the bad guys did manage to lock down the Charlie Cap. You know, their DD had smoke, ours didn't, and the Cleveland really can't get close enough to use his radar. He doesn't have the armor to be able to withstand everything that's over there. I mean, we've got a DD, a few battleships, and a couple of cruisers, and if Cleveland got close enough to radar, he probably would have been sunk by now. Well, I've got two targets, Richelieu and North Carolina. Richelieu is my pick. Although I'm kind of wondering if I had just hung on another second or two, I might have got a shot on the Mogami. But he may. Richelieu's turning in. Yeah, I ran over the top. Maybe I'll get another shot on Mogami if he doesn't go dark before Our Hollande is trying, but CV is now focused on him, and that's... holy cow. Mogami got smacked pretty hard. Let's see if I can finish him off. He is turning out. I'm going to spread the shells out a little bit there. You see I was sequential firing there rather than double tapping to get them all out. And that just allows me to change the line on the guns a little bit so I can cover a little bit more area, and I do tag him, and that's that for him.
Enemy cruiser sunk.
So bad guys are down 2 ships, but they do have a cap, and that has... and it looks like they're going to have 2 here in a second. And that has them in the game still. Our Zal's pretty banged up. Our Hollande is pretty banged up. Their Petro, well, I think he's going to turn out if he keeps pushing in. He's facing a crossfire from me, Cleveland. Well, Cleveland is probably out of range, and then North Carolina. Now Richelieu, is he going to turn in again? And make this shot do nothing? I think I aimed a little too high there. We'll see. Yeah, it's turning in again. Well, maybe I catch some superstructure, do a little chip damage. Yeah, a little bit. Amalfi's back out there, and he's a one-shot kill. So we've lost the Zal. The bad guys have lost a Bismarck and a Mogami. They have 2 caps, and at this point have a points lead. Now Petro can turn out, but he is going to turn in. Richelieu is angling against me here. I was kind of hoping North Carolina would run north rather than coming south. I've got a Benson ahead of me somewhere. And if North Carolina had gone north, one or the other of us might have gotten some broadside, but he came south, so I need to reposition because I do not want to see a Benson come around the corner in my face here. Second enemy Bismarck goes down. And looks like a complete whiff on the Elm Ring. My own AA working here, but don't want to use the defensive fire just yet. Anybody going to show me broadside out there? Yeah, only the North Carolina, but maybe I can catch him off turning here. No, he's keeping a pretty straight line. I'm going to have to just hope I can catch him through the nose. Not enough. So we lose our Bayard, so we are down 2 ships. Bad guys are down 3 ships, but they do have 60 point lead or thereabouts. They've got, well, they had all the caps. They're down to 2 now, so they're about to lose the Alpha cap. Our Lexington finishes off the Amalfi. They're down 4 ships. They still have a lead. Can I catch the Henri this time? I'm sure you saw the torpedoes from the Benson.
The ship is on fire.
Just more chip damage. And I activated the defensive fire this time. So I can repair, and our North Carolina goes down. I'm kind of curious about where their Benson might be now. I mean, I can see his last known position there in the Bravo cap, but okay. So yeah, that's where he's at. Our Harugumo and Hollande should be able to finish him. So you can see swinging the guns around here to starboard. Hollande goes down to the Benson's guns.
Anti-aircraft gun crews are on normal alert.
Our Harugumo's got to finish him off. And I'm getting my own guns swung around to starboard here, and the Petro's pushing into my guns as well as the Republic and the Bismarck. And while I could have... Harugumo does finish off Benson. I could have stayed on that side. I just I played it safe. Good guys still have a, well, roughly 150 point lead. Is the Petro going to keep turning out? Because if so, it's going to be pretty much a flat broadside when I come around this corner. Yeah, I am a little high because it looks like he's still turning out, but I think that might be it for the Petro. So close. You can see he's healing up. Somebody will get him. Just with 20 seconds to go, it probably won't be me. Maybe Republic will finish him here. Nope. Henri takes out our Harugumo. They still have a, what, 139 point lead or 136 point lead. They've got 2 caps. We've only got 1. You can see I spread the shells out a little bit there. If we can finish off the Petro, I can move a lot more center. Okay, Bismarck gets rid of him. All our battleships are in more or less the same line. Drives me crazy. I was really hoping Bismarck would keep going south. But he's decided apparently that he's going to go along wherever we go. Okay, well that's fine. It looks to me like Henry might have hit the rocks there. Not much chance I'm going to land anything here, but I'm going to try anyway. Yeah, he's accelerating now. Might be time to swing the guns around to the other side. North Carolina, I guess I'll have to be the guy that goes south. Moskva takes out the Thunderer. And I think, well, I was thinking Richelieu might head south to try and create their own crossfire opportunities, but he's doing the same thing that our Bismarck is doing. Well, I'll just follow along. So he's following the North Carolina. No Citadel, but decent damage. I will certainly take it. And by heading south, I am getting some broadside shots here. North Carolina's just sailing broadside to everybody. He's he's just really asking to be sunk. Poor Zach. He's turning out now, and Richelieu's turned around. I'm going to ask our Cleveland if he can get into the Bravo cap. He's really, I think, in a place where even if he just goes right dead center in the cap, nobody could see him unless he fires. And North Carolina is going to show me full broadside as he starts to head south. Well, I'm hoping I can make him pay for that, but we'll see. I don't want to count any chickens before they hatch. Yeah, I'll take that. If you're keeping track, the bad guys still have a lead of almost 150 points. We really need to sink something here. I aimed a little too high there. Got another volley with 2 turrets. I don't think the rear guns are going to reload in time before I get behind this island. No, not able to get another citadel. So I'll just try to get behind on the other side of this island as quickly as I can. Alexei is pushed a little too close and got himself detected. Our Cleveland did manage to secure the Bravo cap. That's going to help a lot. Now we've got a commanding, in terms of positioning and number of ships, we're really in great shape here. But they still have a 125 point lead, more or less. I'm just aiming too high. I really have to get through this gap. This ship does not move very quickly. Yeah, if I keep turning to get those turrets around, I might run into the island, but I gotta try. I think I'll be able to clear it. Yeah, somebody's gonna get North Carolina. I hope it's me. Nope. Lexi's slowing down, which kind of surprised me, but I guess he's going to be visible to either me or Bismarck. Why he chose me, I'm not sure. My guns, I aimed too high again. My guns probably hit a little harder than the Bismarck's. Somebody's going to get Richelieu. It's not going to be me. I'm not going to be loaded in time. No, our Moscow is. And this one's all over but the shouting, ladies and gentlemen. So, takeaway? Well, Kansas can be very fun. Got to be patient. Got to position reasonably well. I can't say I'm great at it, but I did okay. You want to stay where you can keep guns on things while trying to avoid torpedoes. Well, thanks a bunch. See you next time.